Hey everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Welcome to the awards presentation for the inaugural multiplayer game jam hosted by Global Game Jam and Photon. I'm Tim Collings. I'm the executive director of Global Game Jam, joined by Mark and Charlie today, who can introduce themselves.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, I'm Charlie, Director of Operations for Global Game Jam.
And Mark, Head of Growth at Photon. Pleasure to have you all today. It's the end of this 2 month of since the start of the game jam, multiplayer game jam. Very nice to have you all today for the prizes.
Yeah, we're excited to see the winners, show you the winners, talk to some of the developers who made the games that won the awards today. We had 804 people from all over the world join us over these couple months here, making 74 games based on the theme of Reconnect. Really showed the power of the Photon technology, the how much easier it is to make multiplayer games these days than ever. Really, you can people of all different skill levels, all different backgrounds from all different places all over came in for like a month and made some really exciting and fun multiplayer games.
Yeah, definitely. Some of these games we had a lot of fun playing them, and
Yeah,
so we're gonna see those results in a few minutes. And I must add also that it's really impressive. Like if we compare, like just 5 years ago, having that kind of result would have been pretty much like a dream, and now it's happening. So and thanks not only to Photon, but also like the developers who put the energy to make these beautiful games happen. So again, thank you all.
definitely. And for me, I think the variety of games that came through, even with just the same theme of Reconnect, the whole plethora of different styles and ways everyone just took that theme and ran, and using the multiplayer technology was just awesome.
And then the great thing when we are all playing together is that we were 4 or 5 people playing at the same time, most of these games, and sometimes we're just very competitive, and so that's the beauty of it, is that through multiplayer games we share emotions together, we create moments, and when we are together we remember them much more. So having you all to have tried for the first time, so at least for I think 75% of you didn't made any multiplayer game before. So it's a different way of thinking. You have to think about, obviously, about the community, the gameplay, how people can cooperate or compete between each other, and so it's very interesting to see the results. And as Charlie mentioned, there's a lot of variety, and so it's beautiful to see all that.
Very much so. And the differences between collaborative and cooperative and combative, different styles of using a multiplayer as well, is really cool to watch as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks to Photon for providing all the
Mhm.
tutorials and Q&A sessions and live streams during the jam that really were
So yeah,
helpful
in
to a lot
total
of
we
people.
had 12 live stream. So we've talked about the Battle Royale 200, which was very popular actually, and also we talk about different paradigm, and done a lot of Q&A to make sure that you guys um, were going the right direction. And so in total we had something over 6,000 views on the
Wow.
videos. So definitely there was interest. So and more on that later, but definitely it's very encouraging.
100%. And also from Global Game Jam, thank you for being so active within our Discord. That really helped build that sense of community. And one of you was always there to answer the questions that came up, because I know I couldn't answer them.
Yeah, no.
It gets technical a little bit sometimes, and also in our Discord, it was very vivid. Lots of conversations, and it's all about helping each other and learning, trying, figuring it out. One thing I can add definitely is that if we look in 10 years from now, is that 95% of the gameplays are still not created for multiplayer, because it was just too hard and people could not try out stuff. But now it is a lot easier. So looking forward for innovations as well.
Yeah, for sure. And we usually encourage people to steer clear of making multiplayer games in a game jam, but this was totally the opposite. And with this was that was the encouragement, and everybody did a great job. Like all the people that participated early, as you said, made a lot of fun games, and we were getting really into it during while we were playing them and having a good time. So that's a great sign. That the
And
LT
there's a part regarding judging is that it's impossible to judge a multiplayer game alone. so,
right.
so you have to organize, which pretty much it's a reminder for everyone that multiplayer games, you having tools to invite others is very important. So most of you had a way to either share the room number or something like that, so that we can find each other and play. But some had nothing of that. So so it's always good to remember the little steps to get the player on board and so that he can enjoy the game with others.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks to everybody who participated, all our volunteers, our mods on Discord, we had a couple of folks in the U.S. in Salt Lake City and another state that I'm forgetting. I think it was New Mexico, where
Utah.
Utah is Salt Lake City.
Oh.
So yeah, but yeah, we had a couple of people run physical sites for it and had a really good time with that too. That was exciting to see people jamming in person again, and like you said, being together and making multiplayer games together just makes sense. Yeah, if you want to explain the prizes a little bit, Mark, that'd be
Yeah, sure. So the prizes for this year multiplayer game jam are very simple. So it's 1 year of our gaming circle starter plan, which is worth $6,000, and then 1 year of your game with 500 CCU included. That is worth also $6,000. So it's $12,000 of prices, and so that goes to the winners. So as part of the submission that we receive, so what we figured out is that we had maybe too many categories. So we might make them next year because we're gonna have a next year categories that are more generic and less pinpoint. So we had to drop one of the categories because there was no game that was actually working for the 100 plus players in a room. So we did had submission, but these games were we just could not play them. They were just broken. So obviously, if the gameplay you cannot play, or when others join, it doesn't work. Then from that point, it's sort of like, okay, well, we have to discard it. But for next year, we'll try to make something that maybe less prizes, less categories, and or you tell us what you want, right? And then we're gonna adjust appropriately. So we had to drop that one. And as I said, we had multiple games that were very beautiful visually. They could play alone very well, and at the moment that someone else was joining, things were starting to break apart. So it's important to play the game. Very, very important. And multiplayer, you have to play with others. And then you figure out things that work, things that doesn't work, and then you're definitely more successful and put your chance higher to win something. So on that, I'll give the mic back to Tim.
Yeah, well, let's. Speaking of awards, let's get right to it and announce our first category, which is the Best Networked Physics Award, and that one goes to Aussie Ball Quantum.
Yay!
We
That
do
was
have
actually very fun to play that one.
a developer here who is going to be joining this, I think. Joseph.
Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
It's going great. How are you? Congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you very
congratulations.
much.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, cheers for hosting a good jam. It was good fun. Learned a lot about quantum. Hadn't used that before. I like it.
Yeah, and your game is very fun. I mean, like when we started it, we're like a bit like, what's that? And then we started to figure out you could throw your hand around, you could, flattern the other people, like you just saw in the video, and when you're a group of people, it was just very fun, and we saw the result that you brought with Quantum, and with the replays, which was cool to see. So definitely, and what I would say to you is, if you can put a little bit more energy on that and release it, there's totally something there, because either on mobile or something that you can extremely accessible, maybe on the WebGL, uh, kids would play that. That's 100% sure.
Yeah.
Definitely going to keep working on it.
Was this your first time participating in a game jam? Or?
I participated in the GMT Game Jam earlier in the year. That was pretty good, but yeah, it's a bit harder with only 2 days.
Right.
And
Yeah.
so, how much fun did you have making this game and playing it yourself?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I'd heard about Quantum for a little while, but didn't have the Circle subscription, so wasn't able to play around with it. So it was a good opportunity to give that a go and learn more about it. And definitely a fan of the product. So yeah.
Fantastic, and we see the result. So usually when people like a tool to build something, that's it gets reflected in the result. And yeah, and then for those who doesn't know, Photon Quantum, multiplayer engine, physics based, it's deterministic. So it replaces everything you know about multiplayer and how to build a game. And what is beautiful with Quantum is that everything is tick accurate, and so that way you can have also a PC that is low end or a mobile phone that is low end, and still have a game that is going to play very well. So then it's more about the shaders and the visual. That's going to take the process and whatnot. But definitely, it's a different way of coding. So congratulations again, Joseph. And
Thank you.
we'll
for
talk
joining.
to you definitely in the coming weeks.
Cool. Thank
Congratulations.
you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. All right. Well, that was our first award category. Best network physics, Ozzy Quantum. Thanks to Joseph for making that fun game. We had a great time playing it. Up next, we'll be presenting the best RTS game. And that goes to Planetscape.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a fun one.
it was a good
Yeah.
game. I liked that a lot.
Developer is not here with us today, but we did have a really good time playing that game. Lots of chaos ensues. It starts out really
That's
slow,
right.
and then all of a sudden,
So the first time we played, we all died very soon because we were not sure exactly what we had to do, and then we figured out sort of like too late in the game, and then we played again, and then at that point we were able to actually achieve something. So the beauty of this game is that you definitely have to collaborate. So not only it's RTS style, but you need your friends to be able to win. And so you have to gather resources. Once you have enough resources, you can start to build like smelters, like we're seeing now, to upgrade your tools. Then you have to build those little bridge, and then it's a bit like a battle royale game actually, where you have like a circle that is really big and that shrinks, and then you end up on an island
yeah,
that is in the middle of the map, and then very much all together extremely quickly. A lot of clicks per second. You have to be able to achieve the end goal to escape this beautiful, awful planet and be happy giraffe, I guess. But yeah, it was genuinely extremely unique compared to all the other games. So congratulations to the team of Planet Studio. Planetscape is great, and totally deserve it.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was like moments of you feel peaceful and you're just collecting resources, and then all of a sudden that like red circle starts closing in,
Mm-hmm.
speeding up and trying to beat the clock.
Yeah, and there's also an element where, yes, it's collaborative, but it could get competitive because you could choose to leave everyone behind and
Right.
just get off in the rocket yourself. So there's it's kind of like a secret sort of side game to it as well. It's a really cool game.
That's a good point. I'm pretty sure we haven't discovered everything about this game. regarding strategies, and that's the goal, right? Is to figure out the best way to achieve the end goal. And as
Right.
for us, I don't think we figured it out yet. We think that we're not so good, but we did reach a moment where we actually very much knew how to win, but we had
Yeah.
to look at other games. So it's to revisit.
Yeah. Congrats to the team. Great job. It was a lot of fun to play. Uh, yeah. So let's. That was best RTS game, Planescape. Play that out. Check that out. All the games on the itch.io page. Look up Global Game Jam on itch.io. You can find all the games under the multiplayer game jam. Lots of fun games to play with your friends, or if any, make some new friends and play with them online. The next up, we have Best Large World, and that goes to They Stole My Body. Another game.
Woohoo!
Another game that was a lot of
Congratulations.
fun to play. Another one where the developer is not here to talk to accept the award. I know he's in. I think he's in chat though. So congratulations.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the games that we could have just continued to play it and play it and play it
Mhm.
forever. So you level up your characters, and then each of the level gets more and more complicated as we progress. And that's a full end-to-end game, so it was beautiful to see that. And regarding the large world, well, the maps can be well. I don't think I've been everywhere in the map. Sometimes it feels smaller, but as we progress, I felt like it was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So there's
Yeah,
definitely
there's a lot of
something behind it.
content. There's a ton of content, and it felt like a evolving world, as you say. Like your characters level up, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, very much. So that was a good one. So congratulations to the team of They Stole My Body from Germany, I believe.
Mhm.
And by the way, yeah, we have like people from all around the world that participated, and so that's the beauty of having this format.
Yeah, it was exciting. Like this was one we saw early in development. Luke and I did a stream where we were looking at people's games and giving feedback, and like just the amount of work that went into it over like a couple of weeks, just super high polish and really nice job.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that it helps that it's a bit longer for
Yeah.
the jam.
Hmm.
Apart from the fact that it is multiplayer, is that the end product is definitely enjoyable.
Mhm.
Hmm.
One thing I can say though is that we had other contender regarding the large scale map and whatnot. It's just that these games were just not able to play. So
Yeah.
as a group, it was just broken.
Hmm.
So it's always something to look for. Again, is to make sure that the game is playable with a bunch of players.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, great job to Elzak, who's in chat, and I think he was a solo developer working on that by himself, and just shows what you can do. Uh,
Well, it definitely showed big
yeah.
time. Like doing that alone, if that's the case, it's I mean, obviously it looks simple, but when you look at all the mechanics and whatnot, then yeah, it gets complicated. And if there's publishers or investors that wants to find a gameplay that brings players together, that's one to look at.
Mhm.
And obviously after that is to either stay in the same style or put more energy into it, have animated assets and other elements. So yeah,
Yeah,
polish.
100%. Definitely.
Congratulations again.
Yeah, congratulations.
Says he took the month off from work to work on it. So
Wowzers.
yeah, nice job. Keep going. Yeah, congratulations again. They Stole My Body for Best Large World. Let's move on now to Best Fast-Paced Game. A game that we all had fun playing during judging was Motordome
Woohoo!
Yeah.
by Enthusia, who are a team from Scotland and the US.
Yeah,
And I believe
congratulations to the Motordome team.
mm,
That's another one we had fun playing. Like
Mhm.
it so again like it type of games that when you come from the 80s like me at least, total reminder of Tron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regarding the line that is behind you and nibbles and all the other style. And you could even argue that it has some Slither.io flavor in it, but that's not the goal here. You're in that dome, and
Right.
you not only try to cut others, but just driving that little ship, I believe, or I'm not sure exactly what it uh, is also very hard actually. So to join the like we're seeing now, like to join the back of the
Oof, the-
of the trail is actually very hard. I died just killing myself by suicide.
yeah.
Um,
I did that a
so
bunch of times until I learned there was a break, and then it got a little easier.
but it was definitely innovative. That's
Mhm.
another one. Well, all of them actually deserve a shot to be published and have more players playing them because it's fun.
Yeah, and we have a couple of the developers here. You want
All right,
to introduce
cool.
yourself and talk a little bit about the game?
Hey, can you hear?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi,
welcome.
Cody. Hi, Dan.
Hi. Thanks very much. We had a lot of fun making this. And Tron, definitely one of our inspirations for sure. Just tried to find a way to make it map the theme, with reconnecting. We thought,
Yeah, no, that was great.
plug it into yourself. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Now I see it. It's an actual, electric wire because there was
Yeah.
still there. Now I could see it.
Yeah,
Yeah. We call
It's-
it the plug ship.
yeah, it's like a plug in a socket kind of thing.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm
I
so
really like
excited
the way
for
you
that.
interpreted the reconnect in that way.
Yeah.
Super innovative.
Oh, well, thank you very much. We had a lot of fun making it. We enjoyed, just appreciate you guys having set it up for us. So.
And what's the
Yeah,
plans with it? You gonna carry on with it?
Well, yes. We made this in Fusion because Fusion is a package that we were familiar with going in. During the jam, we had made an attempt to both learn Quantum and port it to Quantum, but that was a bit much. So post gem, we're porting it to Quantum.
Oh, very
Nice.
cool. Yeah, the Hanson Quantum, it's gonna feel different. That's 100% sure.
Yeah, we hope that turns out to be the right system for a game like this. Perfect information and just deterministic. So
So with Quantum, the beauty of it is that you share only the inputs. Um, so if you ever want to make this game mobile, even if it's fast paced and all that, it's gonna work very well. Um, so yeah, well, congratulations again. I mean, like it was very fun to play. We enjoyed it. We played a few rounds, and yeah, there's a lot behind it that can grow. So right now it's in a dome, but you can see it in different type of environment as well. But it's up to you guys to make it even better if you see it.
Yeah.
all right, awesome.
Yeah, thanks.
Congratulations. Thanks for
Thank
joining.
you.
I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I was
Yeah,
crying.
thank you for participating.
Talk to yeah, congrats. That was our best fast-paced game, Motor Dome. Exciting and fun game to play. Go check it out on the itch page for sure. Hopefully, we'll see some more development on that game as in the weeks to follow the jam. As it was a lot of fun already, and could definitely be more fun if they polish it up, add some more features. All right, so let's move on to our next award, which is the best peaceful game, and that goes to Afterlight.
Woohoo!
Yeah, Jim Doubles, who will be joining us here in a second. Congratulations.
Yeah, Afterlight. So that's one that when at least for me, when I started to play it, I was like, what am I doing here? Going up, down, left, right, trying to figure out. And then, okay, when we're together, things starts to make sense, right? So it's definitely a journey. At least when we played it, I think I made like I was following the border of the map, just trying to make a map in my head of this whole area. Um, and then
It
because
actually, if you see it maps the first dungeon in the original Zelda. So that was,
Oh wow.
you
really,
can see the whole map. Yeah,
wow,
that was due to our lead designer Scott. He and I are both huge retro game fans, so we wanted to have a little bit of a throwback to an old dungeon crawler, maybe the original.
yeah. Well, that's one of my favorite game, like the first Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I could not tell that
Yeah.
it was the map of Zelda. That's for
Yeah.
sure. I guess while you explore, if you had like a fog of war that is revealed in the map, on the
Right.
map on the side, I could have seen this, shape of that first level. But definitely, I mean, like we did amass all the keys, then trying to figure out what we could do with them. That was another thing. So yeah.
Yeah, we had a really fun time with this game jam. We couldn't have done it without a powerful game engine like Unity, and of course, the Photon Fusion is an excellent multiplayer package. One of the things I love about game dev is just the ability to create something, and having tools like this really sets people up to make the game of their dreams. Something when I was a kid wasn't even a possibility. So we had an awesome team. I want to shout out everybody if I could just take a second. Scott and Ray, big friends of mine. Scott is a designer, and Ray is an amazing developer. Ivan, who was really the person that was taking networking to he did most of the network programming, and we couldn't have used Fusion without him. So I really want to say a shout out to Ivan. We had Alan, who was doing a lot of the gameplay programming, and then we had two amazing artists. Tristan, who was our 2D artist, who created some of the 2D assets for the game. And then Nikki created all the sound. I know some of the feedback from the judges was great music, and I agree. He's very talented. So definitely check him out on various social media. So
Yeah, congratulations to the whole team. It's a teamwork, right?
yes.
Yeah.
As much as we've seen before, you can do a game alone, but being a team brings a different talents and then reflects in the game as well. Jim, that was a great game. So, well, next year there's going to be another multiplayer game jam. So, if you want to try out another dungeon crawler, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Thank you again for the award, and thanks to the whole team for putting in the whole month of work.
No,
Yeah, great
and
job.
such a cute game. I love the wee characters.
Yeah, just great atmosphere and fun to play.
And again, the reinterpretation of like Reconnect and how you've used that as the theme by bringing them together, increasing the light. That's really sweet as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. We wanted to go a different direction. I love collaborative games. I have a small child who, as much fun as it is to beat them at Mario Kart, you can only do it so much. So I tend to go towards more games where we could work together, as a family. This was kind of what we wanted to create, was just the ability to reconnect with friends, work together to achieve a goal. So.
Yeah, it really worked out too. We had a good time playing it. And, yeah. It's just fun.
Big time. And collaborative game are, in my opinion, so we've seen so many multiplayer competitive game, and collaborative is where you create relationships, in my opinion. So
Absolutely,
it's gonna be interesting. All the new model that comes up in the coming years.
Yeah, for sure. Great work.
Great. Thank you all so much.
Congratulations
Yeah,
again.
congratulations again. Talk to you soon.
Yes.
Bye, Jim.
Bye.
Well, that was our best peaceful game, Afterlight. Thanks, Jim, for joining us. Great job to you and the team. Up next, we will present the best use of bots, which went to Depot.
Yay! That was a cool game.
That was
Like,
very cool.
I don't know for the viewers, but like if you look at the style of this game, it's very much unique. And at first it took us like the first time we played, I think we didn't get it. They were like, okay, what's going on? And it's just because our simple brain could not make it up, like for what we could do. And then we chatted together. "Oh, I think we have to do this and that. And then we're like, yeah, okay. And then we played again, and then we finished the game. So we managed to do it. It's very well. First, those bots that are coming and stealing your stuff are very annoying. So and then we figured out that we could have like a little shotty and start to shoot at them, which was very much helpful to be able to achieve the end goal. But definitely, like again, like this is like very nice game. So congratulations to the team, and I think it's Jackson is with us, right?
Yeah, thanks so much. I'm glad you had fun with it. Appreciate you guys putting the jam on and trying all the games out. It was really cool to see everybody's all together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
So,
what
what is
really-
the inspiration behind this game? I think that obviously we had a team which was Reconnect, but how did you came up with this?
Well, prior to hearing the theme, I was working on a top-down type multiplayer game. And when I heard Reconnect, one of the things I brainstormed was two towns being reconnected by delivering things. So I kind of just started building these pieces. I made the little cargo blocks and then made the nodes they could interact with. And I think the early complexity kind of comes from me just building a bunch of mechanics and putting them in there. So the last week or so was trying to wrap everything up and make it all make sense. So I'm glad you guys liked it.
It was
Yeah,
very
it's really cool.
innovative.
What was the inspiration behind the visual style?
Well, the way I started was with a darker background, and I
Mm.
wanted to emphasize this scene right here shows the really dark, thick line to represent connection. That's something I
Mhm.
wanted to emphasize. So every decision after that was kind of just trying to play to that theme of it's white until you get these really bold, accented
Mhm.
colors. Oh, and as well, the colors themselves, they do represent some things in the game. So I tried my best to help out colorblind players. So they're
Oh, nice.
sourced from the palette that would hopefully allow, you can never really get away with it representing through color, but these colors should allow, hopefully, as many people as possible to play.
Nice.
That was another
Yeah.
inspiration.
It's great that you mentioned that because yesterday night I was playing Apex Legend, and I had a colorblind guy in my team. So it was like, hey, the green ammo are there. It was like, I cannot see them. So I'm like, okay, I have to point it. But it's very nice to think about that, like right away from the start. Like, that's great.
Yeah, great work on that. Really appreciate it.
But
Was
yeah,
it-
like again, like that's another game. Like I'm pretty sure people, a lot of people would play that. You had more level, more complexity, and you could even make it that you have like two teams, like a team of four versus another team of four, or even multiple teams, and first one to go in the middle or whatever. But I mean, like there's collaboration, there's competition, there's bots, and it's definitely this one was a no-brainer to say, wow, okay, this is a good game. So congratulations again to you and your team.
was
Appreciate
it just you working on this, or were there more?
Just
more
me,
people?
yeah, this is
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Have you done multiplayer games before?
I did a pretty extensive project in Bolt and was active in the Bolt Discord and learned a lot. And then for this, I wanted to try one of the more modern systems and found, I think, a lot of what I learned in Bolt transferred over, but overall Fusion's just a lot more approach type things, being able to just sort of use fixed update network to sort of kind of just take care of things for me. That's how it felt like during the dev process. I think that's why it came together so fast.
Wow. To do it all by yourself as well, that's fantastic. It's such a good game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, impressive. Like big time. It's not only coming up with something original, but making it all by yourself and alone. Yeah. Congrats on that. You totally deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations.
Cheers, guys. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Be back next year.
Yeah,
Yes, definitely.
can't wait to see what you make.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah, that was the best use of bots. Was Depot, fun game. We all had a great time playing it. Really high level of polish for a game that was made in a month by one person. Yeah, so let's move on to best competitive gameplay, which went to a fun game, Buddy Ball.
Yay! Congrats.
I believe we have the person here. Yes, we do.
Yeah, so that's hey, thank you for
Congrats.
joining.
Yeah.
So we did play a few rounds of that, like in even we extended our time because we're like, no, I want to beat you up, but
Nice.
we're very competitive. I think there's a bunch of tricks that we figured out as playing.
Yeah, there's a
And,
lot of stuff you can do.
So, are you? I have a question for you. Are you? Is it like spit or something that is happening?
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be like a smoke effect, but like I actually continued work on this game a little bit after the submission, and I replaced the smoke effect with something better because did some play tests, and it was basically the most frequent feedback that I got was, why is there so much spit or smoke in my face all the time? So I changed it now to a little bit more transparent and just easier to see through. So it's a little bit better that way.
And you did also implement bots as well. So
Yeah,
it's quite funny to play against only AI because it's like total man.
Yeah, it's I tried with the AI agents from Unity, but I tried training with them, but it just didn't work out. They did not improve very much. So I need to figure out how to implement that better, because I think it's just a little bit too much of a complex task for them to properly learn with machine learning. But I tried, and it was fun to try.
Yeah, well, and was it your first time building up a multiplayer game?
Yeah, this is was actually the first time I gave a game like a proper shot, like taking it seriously and
Nice.
taking the time to develop it. So yeah, it was also the first multiplayer game then. It
Wow.
was really fun to do.
So lots of firsts, and then you get an award. So I guess that was a good idea. Definitely.
What was your
Good
inspiration
execution.
for this?
So
Inspiration?
this game actually, I thought at first was maybe built with Quantum because it's it has its own physics engine,
Uh-huh.
and but yeah, definitely. I mean, like what Unity offer in terms of physics is average. It's not the
Mhm.
best, so it's hard to build something proper on top. But the result is there. We had
Yeah.
fun. We enjoyed it. A lot of laughter. A lot of I'm gonna get you. And
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
that's
you
the
guys
goal.
said what was it, the Cooperative Game Award, that it's meant to build relationships. And this is more like a game that's meant to break down relationships to the core.
Yeah, that's right. Like building up a tournament system on top of that. Like
Yeah, it
definitely.
would be
Like,
really fun. There's a lot of things I would like to improve, and I hope to be able to continue working on this as well. But
Wow.
right now, the most difficult thing is to just find people to get together and play the game. I have a Discord that people can join, so we can like schedule sessions. But if we don't actively schedule something, then it's difficult to find a room that's like filled.
Well, that's the beauty of bots, right? So once you
Yeah.
start making bots, you're like, well, I don't need any more of those people. And also like that's a recommendation for everyone. I think I said that on the first stream, which is that when you for players that are new, it's always great to make them play against bots at the start so that they can learn the game and win. And not
Yeah.
just throw them right away with players, because otherwise they're going to be like, oh my god, it's super hard. So
Yeah, I also noticed this when I play tested it with friends. That it was like I know everything about this game. Like I did everything 1,000 times, and then when you play against friends, it's difficult to make it fun for them if I like play normally. So you either need to have maybe like a ranking system or like an elo system, but that's not possible if you don't have a big player group. So it's kind of necessary to have bots in the beginning.
So congratulations again.
Yeah,
Wonderful
congratulations.
game, and hopefully you'll find the time to add more spice to it, and
Yeah.
it deserves a shot.
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Thanks for jamming. Hope you had a great time. Congrats again. And that was our best competitive game, Buddy Ball.
Hmm.
We've, one more category to go, and that is best collaboration gameplay. And that award goes to Reconnect, team from Chile. Great
Reconnect.
job. Nicholas is here. Yeah, hello.
That
Hello.
was such a surprising game, just saying, because
The
you have to
ending.
play it to understand.
Yeah.
So
It's
there's,
kind of
there's no other way.
Don't wanna spoil
yeah.
it, yeah.
I don't know what to say right now because I don't want to spoil the experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Right.
okay, right?
You guys know what it's about, and I'm really glad that anyone that played it in the judging area liked it.
Mhm.
There is a twist, so I'd rather not say a whole lot. But what I can say is that this is kind of a cover for something else. I mean, I did have to make a game out of it. I wanted to make a more mechanical game. I usually make more narrative games. I think it kind of shows. And I thought, yeah, you guys are making an online multiplayer game, so maybe I gotta make something more involved mechanically. So there it is. And sure, you can play with 3 more friends, maybe well, at least I mean at most 3 more friends, 4 in total. And basically, even though the gameplay right now doesn't show it, it's very much inspired by the feeling of joining up with your friends on Discord. And during the pandemic, we couldn't join up in person. We couldn't play games as we used to. We have to make do with what we had, and it was fun as well. And in the end, in these tough times, we're all cooped up, we're all locked in, we're taking care, and we don't really know what everyone else is going through. So just having and spending some time together and having fun playing, and also just knowing that even if you can't physically be there with your friends, they still do care, they still think about you, and that's kind of a good feeling to have. And well, being able to share through gaming is it's not the best substitute, but it definitely is a substitute, and it helps, at least for me and for my friends. It helped us get through those tough times. That's what the whole
Yeah.
thing is about. Even though
Absolutely.
even though the whole shooty part doesn't really reflect it that well.
That's the thing. Like without revealing the
Mm.
because I hope more people are gonna play that because
Mhm.
like once we reached like sort of like the end, I was like, oh my god, that was so surprising. And then I was like,
Right.
okay, what's next, right? So
Right.
I was just hoping that I hope at least that this journey is gonna continue and have other style, that
Mhm.
goes through it, because the collaborative aspect is definitely there. Like we're seeing now, like we have to do things together. But then there's the narrative, which in my opinion was the highlight of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Of yeah, okay, this is very much like a being together, and it reflects regarding the story you just tell. It shows in the game, and totally deserve this award. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. It was just, again, without revealing the end, it was just a big surprise, but a really lovely surprise that just kind of got all the feels.
Yeah.
So yeah, very much congratulations.
Thanks.
Well, people
That's
can-
what I was going for. So I'm glad it worked. Very
Absolutely.
glad it worked.
So, was it just you working on this, or did you have a team working on
Yeah.
it?
No, it was by myself this time. I usually do work with some small games with a couple of friends, but right now we already did another game jam this year, so I do have a day job. My friends have day jobs, so I didn't want to bother them again and take time off to. And besides, we in Chile we had our national holidays on September,
Mm.
so everyone was going to be busy partying and stuff. So and I had made the time for that too, but I was. It was a fun month for me. I
Mhm.
did depend a lot on assets and stuff I previously had, but I did the best with what I had. Also, I hadn't worked on a live multiplayer game. I worked with Photon with PUN on some turn-based stuff, and it
Mhm.
worked pretty well. But this time I went with Fusion, and it was, considering it what I did by myself, it was really easy to pick up and just get something going and have these players walking around and synchronize the shots and the aiming and sending some messages. It works really well, especially for the
Mhm.
time that I had.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's very impressive. You know, like personally, I'm a like in my jaw sort of like falling down, like hearing all these games that
Mhm.
you like solo developer, like, and achieving some results like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one should be afraid of multiplayer games, and especially like through everything we've heard, it connects people. It brings joys and emotion, and that what makes us humans in the end, right? So thank you for building that one. It was a great experience.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Thanks.
congratulations.
Again, thank you for the award, and I'm really glad that you liked it. So hopefully, someone else can pick up a couple of friends and play a couple of rounds. I mean, play the actually not a couple of rounds. It's just you only have to play it once, but then you'll
Yeah.
get it and you understand what everyone's talking about. Hopefully,
Yeah.
anyone that plays it afterwards likes it as well.
Yeah, congrats
Definitely.
again, Nicolas.
Okay,
Yeah.
bye.
Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Bye.
Nicholas from Reconnect, the Best Collaboration Gameplay Award. So that's all the categories that we had to awards for. So now let's move on to the overall winners. The third place overall actually was a tie, and that is between Reconnect and Depot. So
Excellent.
congratulations to both of those games.
Yeah,
For
congrats.
making
Yay.
third overall.
Yeah, made it to the top. So we were a bunch to judge all the games. So it's the total of all the categories, all the scores,
Hmm.
and made it in third place.
Yeah. Congrats to both of those teams and developers. Happy to talk to you both today. And now let's go to second place overall, which goes to Planetscape, another
Yay.
Yay.
game that was a lot of fun to play.
It was a super cool game.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like it feels how much like Planetscape, in my opinion, doesn't need a lot more. It's like that 80-20 rule, right? Where that 80 is there. So now is more about like, okay, do you need more maps? Do you need more tools, more innovations? But definitely deserve the second place there.
Yeah,
Very, very good game.
absolutely. That was so much fun. And yeah, so just one award left, and that is the grand prize winner, the overall winner. Excuse me. And that award goes to Motor Dome.
Yay! Congrats again for this wonderful game. We had a lot of fun, and in
Mhm.
Dan and Cody back here.
Yeah, congratulations.
Wow.
I did not. I'm shocked.
So let's not forget for the judge, we had Jimmy from Miniclip, we had Kai from 966. There was a bunch of us as Photon, the Global Game Jam team as well. So there were a lot of people who seen and played your games. And Motordome, well, you're the first.
I honestly don't know what to say. I thought there were so many very impressive entries to the jam in general. I didn't know that there was going to be such a good turnout. So yeah, wow. Thank you.
Very well deserved. It was such an imaginative sort of interpretation of Reconnect, and that once it clicked in our heads that that's what we were doing, you're like, oh, of course, oh my god, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it just has that thing of easy to pick up and play but hard to master, and then
Hmm.
once
Oh,
you
yeah,
play it, you
definitely.
start learning more and more, and it gets more competitive, and yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I had to
Yeah,
die a few times before getting it.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah. We had a lot of fun playtesting it.
Excellent. And you can tell if you've had fun making the game, it comes through when we play the game because you can feel the fun within that game.
Yeah, well
I
deserved. So
don't know what
congratulations
to say.
to our winner.
Yeah,
All the winners.
Thank you, guys.
actually.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
very much.
yeah. Congrats, thanks for being here. Congrats to everybody who who joined us for the gym. It was a great time. We had so much fun playing all the games, all the award winners and everybody who made a game and even tried to make a game and didn't get to the end. Like y'all deserve a huge congratulations and huge thanks from all of us here at Global Game Jam and Photon for participating, spending whatever part of the month that you spent making a game. And, hopefully maybe some of you will take it further than that because you all made some really fun games that could be a lot of fun to release.
And you've just seen a few of the games within the awards, but 74 were made, and they were such good quality. They're on the itch Global Game Jam, globalgamejam.itch.io. You should really check them out because there's some amazing games on there.
Yeah, then and there's many of them actually that if it was not broken, right, it would have been like it would have had a chance to win. It's just that when things break apart, and that's when we have to push the game aside. But definitely like a lot of beautiful visuals, original gameplays, and the innovation that went into some of these games is very present. And and as for us, well, we can say next year we're gonna do another one, another multiplayer game jam. We're gonna try to announce it earlier so that we can reach more people. Have different kind of prizes. We've talked about making an actual physical trophy for the winners as well, so we can send that afterwards. And so we're gonna be present as well for the Global Game Jam in January. We're gonna help for everyone that wants to do multiplayer games, so that way we can see even more results being done all around the world. But as I said earlier, like about 90% of the gameplays in multiplayer doesn't exist. I think what you guys have done during this multiplayer game jam totally reflects this, which is that most of these games are unique, and that's when success comes. So being unique, you're the only one. So all the eyes are on you. So congratulations against all the winners.
Yeah, definitely. And as Mark mentioned, we will be opening up jammer registrations for Global Game Jam on December 5th, and you can look for a site in your area. Site registrations are happening now, so you can jam with us again. That'll be a shorter jam from January 30th to February 5th, usually about a 48-hour window in there, but that's all just for fun, and you can jam either in person or online, find people in your area or find people in a different area and make new friends. That's what Global Game Jam is all about. And as everybody in the chat keeps saying, like, this was just so much fun. Like, that's the word I keep thinking of is, this jam was a lot of fun. Like, a lot of time game jam games can be frustrating to play, and they don't always work, and you don't see this like level of just like enjoyment and fun from all the games that we played throughout the jam, really, on like the show and tell stream we did earlier, and then the play the game stream we did at the end, and just meeting a lot of cool people and hearing all your stories today about, if you did this by yourself or you had a team and people from all over the world. It was just great to meet you all and see all the creative ideas you had and were able to complete in such a short time. Is really amazing. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. And, we're so impressed with what you managed to create. And we cannot wait to see what you produce for the actual Global Game Jam coming up soon, and also for next year for this multiplayer game jam again. It's going to be amazing.
And to finish up, I want to say thank you to Tim and Charlie for organizing, preparing the communication, what we're doing right now, and making those moments possible for all of us gaming developers to have a good time and make a new type of creative concepts available for others to play. So thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was a great time.
Yep, and
thanks
thank
to you and Timothy and Luke, who were joined us earlier on the streams, and
That's
You had
right.
folks from,
Timothy, Luke, Eric, Neil,
Eric,
the
Yeah.
whole crew at Photon. And
yeah, y'all were
and
super
then
generous.
next year we're gonna have even more stuff for you, more samples, more technical samples to help you out to go faster, making beautiful multiplayer games. Photon, we love you, developers, and it will continue for many years to come.
Excellent.
Yeah, looking forward to next year. Everybody start thinking about ideas and
Mhm.
learning more about Photon. You have a year to sit and practice and learn. So let's can't wait to see what comes out next year.
Absolutely.
Well, that's about all from us here, folks. Congratulations again to all the winners. Thanks to everybody who participated, and we'll see you in January for Global Game Jam, and see you again next year for the next multiplayer jam.
Thank you.
Woo!
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.